Hi friends, in this video we are discussing about conditional formatting. So the moment you started watching this video, you are focusing on those three colorful checkboxes, and of course there is curiosity. With these checkboxes, I am controlling the formatting of the data table. The data here is employee name, type of employment and salary. Based on the type of employment, I am highlighting these rows with the help of checkboxes. If I select temporary, this employees with type of employment temporary are selected and highlighted. If I do outsource, it happened like this, and if I select permanent, those rows which are permanent type of employment is there are selected. Interesting. So let us start from the scratch so that we can understand this process. And of course it's not at all difficult process, it's very easy and we can do it within minutes. To start with, I have created another data table and now we need to create the checkbox. The checkbox option is available in the developer tab. If you have the developer tab in the ribbon, that's fine. Otherwise you can just right click on the ribbon and customize the ribbon, and in the right hand side you can customize the ribbons with main tabs. If the developer tab is unchecked, please check it so that you'll get the developer tab here. Then in the developer tab there is a section called controls. You need to add a control now, which is you need to insert, and then you'll find two options called form controls and ActiveX controls. In form controls, let us use checkbox option and create the button, and you can insert this button anywhere in the worksheet, and of course you can format it, but better to keep in next to the data where we are actually doing the formatting. Now you can just right click on the checkbox, format control, and you can colorize it. You can just give a color, size, protection, properties. These will be discussed at a later stages. You need not do that. Just go to the control. For this video this is more important. You need to use checked option. The reason is once you check the box, your condition will appear there. So that is the reason I am actually doing a checked. This box will give you a true or false condition. So that is more important. Now the cell linking is to be given. The cell has to be given, any cell you can give, where from the logical condition will be appearing, like whether it is true or false. So I'm giving a reference of H2 and just add a 3D shading. If you add a 3D shading, the box will appear more 3D type, nothing else, and then press OK. So and just give the text as temporary. So the checkbox option is ready, and now if I'm clicking the checkbox, I'm getting the true condition, and if I'm not, the false condition is coming. So hope till this, after creating the checkbox, we need to deal with conditional formatting. For that, select the data, go to home tab, go to conditional formatting, add new rule, and use a formula to determine which cell to be formatted and start writing the formula. For that, we need to understand what you want so that we can write the formula accordingly. So here we have two conditions. First condition is I need to highlight those lines, those rows where the type of employment is temporary, and that too upon checking the box temporary. So there are two conditions. Any two conditions, if you write a formula, we need to say and the employment category is in C column, so C1 is equal to temporary. I need to make constants C as constant because the column is that is a column is talking about the type of employment. And the second condition is if I check on it, this will become H2 will become true. So H2 is equal to true. And then I need to give a format. Go to fill and select some color, say OK and say OK. So once you select this data, the rows are highlighted where the temporary is there. Understood how to create a checkbox and through that how to control the data formatting. So for the practice purpose, we have another two options like outsource and permanent. Let us create two more checkboxes and create two more conditions so that we can completely understand this process. So before that, let us take the formula copied, go to conditional formatting, manage rules, go to formula, copy it and paste in some place and just remove is equal to so that the text is appearing, and then right click, select, drag down and again drag down so that two more boxes are available, and change the name temporary to outsource, and this also right click and change the name to permanent. Right click, format control, give the checked option is selected and go to, instead of H2 let us give it to H4 so that H4 will throw the true or false. Say OK. The same way go to format control, instead of H2 let us say it's H7 and checked option is opted for and say OK. Now copy this formula down, select temporary and make it as outsource, and the cell reference change it to H4. Same way select temporary, make it as permanent, change the cell reference to H7. Done. Now we need to create two more conditions. So copy first this reference, this what you call the formula, go to conditional formatting, manage rules, new rule, this option add is equal to and add a color. I'm adding another color like yellow, say yes and OK and apply. So once I am selecting these two options, that respective colors are highlighted. Now again select this formula permanent and then select the data, conditional formatting, manage rules, new rule, option use formula to determine, and then add the formula and add is equal to and give a different color which is a green maybe, and say yes, OK, apply, done. If you select this, the green is coming. So this way we can control the formatting through conditional formatting and the objective controls. Hope you understand. And let us hide these columns so that the user is now only seeing this. If I am selecting it, color is coming. If I am not selecting it, the color is going off. I hope you understand. Any questions? Please shoot. Thank you.